Hello everyone and welcome back to LM Simulation here on YouTube and on Twitch. We're live tonight and we're also watching this pre-recorded. If you are watching this on YouTube, hello as well. Just like to welcome you back. It has been a long time since I've been streaming, definitely. It's been a bit too long, if I'm absolutely honest. It's really just taken its time. I've been quite unwell, unfortunately, and that paired with a lot of other things has delayed my recent releases and updates onto the channel. But yes, I'm back. It is nearly August. I haven't really streamed or done anything since June. Actually, early part of June, when we were celebrating the Platinum Jubilee, which is about a week after that I fell ill, and I have been ill for about a month and a half, and I'm back now. Fortunately, my immune system is not great, so illnesses do get me, and when they do, it's really, really crap. So, but I am back. I am very glad to be back, and we're going to be exploring this today, which is the Glasgow Subway. Now, this was released way back in April. I probably should have gotten round to catching up with this sooner, but unfortunately, as I said, illnesses and everything aside, it has been a bit difficult recently. But we are now here. We are exploring the wonderful Glasgow Subway. It's not a huge route, but it is a route I treasure in my heart for one particular reason, and that is it involves something that we haven't seen in Train Simulator before, but it proves the possibility of a theory, and essentially this opens up Train Simulator to a hell of a lot more. Now, it's very, 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 very very sad that this comes at such a late point, but it is what it is. Train Simulator is constantly getting better and better, even though we have Train Sim World now, but we will see where this goes. If you haven't got Glasgow Subway, do get it. As I always say, do wait for the Steam sales. That's the best time to get anything. Yeah, so let's explore the Glasgow Subway here in Train Simulator 2022, or as it's known now, Train Simulator Classic. So this right here is the manual. So this can be found on your hard drive. Mine's stored on my SSD. So this can just be found. You're probably going to want to refer to this before driving it if you've never driven it before. It's a bit of a funny old system. It's a unique add-on, and you'll see how good it is in the game when I launch it up very shortly. But in the meantime, we are here. So let's have a look through. You've got everything here. You've got a route overview and everything like that. So the Glasgow Subway is actually the third oldest metro system in the world, after you've got the London Underground, obviously, and the Budapest Metro. It was originally a cable-driven railway, and the subway was later then electrified. In 1936, it was renamed the Glasgow Underground. The Glaswegians continue to refer to it as the subway, and in 2003, the subway was officially readopted by Strathclyde Partnership for Transport, SPT, which is why you've got the orange trains, as you probably saw right there. You've got the little orange trains there. That's the Strathclyde Passenger Transport colour scheme. Anyway, so it was constructed as a twin-bore, 6.5 miles loop that runs south of the River Clyde. So you've got a map here. You've got the depot here at Broomloan. I'm probably not pronouncing that very well. Broomloan depot, and then you've got Govan, which is the first station calling point, or in English that would be Govan. And then you've got Partick, all the stations all the way around. You can go in, out, left, right, inner or outer. It's basically a circle in either way. You can go clockwise or anti-clockwise. It's not a huge route, as I said, but what it is it's highly detailed, very fun to operate because you can do it in both manual and automatic train operation, ATO, which is something we're going to look into shortly. But first of all, I just wanted to sort of show you about the route and what it sort of comprises of. You get 7 career scenarios with it, 15 highly detailed station models. You've got a depot that has been modelled with a drive-in facility, animated shed doors, and an operating train washer. All of this is to make up for the fact that it's not a huge route, but it's incredibly detailed for what it is. You've actually got a PA system for announcing passenger stops from the cabin. Now, that's not something I've actually gotten around to experiencing yet, so we might have a look into that tonight, or we might not. This is going to be a very brief overview, a route review, and I'm going to basically have a look at the detailing of the route, the train that comes with it, and the features that come with the route, especially the automatic train operation. So, without further ado, let's jump in. So here we are, Train Simulator. We are back in the one and only. I'm going to get rid of the Opera browser now. I was going to hope I was getting rid of the Opera browser. For some reason it still wants to be up. Is that Opera? That is Opera, isn't it? So let's close that. And let's minimise that. Righty ho. So, there we go. Lovely stuff. Just me working out what I've done with. I've updated a few bits in OBS and I've been basically making sure everything works. So let's turn the sound on. That's probably something everyone wants to hear. So here we go. This is the sound. It is a bit of a funny sound when you're in the depot and stuff like that. But anyway, this is not the scenario we're going to be featuring. I just wanted to sort of bring up the route just so that you guys could have a look at it. But this is the depot here in Glasgow. Broom Loan, I believe this is depot. Now, having a look around the depot area, we're in a little one-car unit here, which is quite cool. We've got to shunt the train together by the looks of it. So you've got 3 coaches here that are all going to be shunted together. We're not going to be doing that tonight, but I just wanted to have a little quick round at Broom Loan depot. And basically show you how you access the route from the main menu and do everything like that. So, lovely little bit of detail from the, from the models. This is in the SPT livery. Even inside, as you can see, it's very highly detailed. I love the, the timetable. Everything's been done to such good immense detail, and you've got that thing there, which I've been to in Glasgow myself. I call that the Sydney Opera House of Glasgow. Many people will understand why. But yeah, no, I think the detailing is fantastic. It's really, really highly detailed and published, to be honest. It's certainly something different. It's something different having this in this game. We've never really explored deep metro systems as such. We've got various different ones in the game now, obviously, but it certainly proves what is possible. And that is for sure. Now, looking into the detailing part of it, the modelling, I think is fantastic. They've gone a hell of a lot of detailing on the side of the trains when it comes to the third rail equipment and stuff like that. You've got the lighting equipment here, the coupling equipment on the front, which looks very nicely done indeed. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm very happy with that. I don't think there's any issue with that at all. In terms of frames, I'll press Shift Z and show you I'm getting around 100 frames per second, 110 frames per second. So, no issue with frames at all. You're not going to get less than 90 on this. On the whole route, depending on how busy it is, obviously. We're at the depot here. But yeah, it's a very highly detailed model, that's for sure. When I have a look at the depot building, I think that's fantastic. The only issue I've seen is the limited clearance is fine. I have no issue with that. But the PPE sign, I do have an issue with that. I think it's 2022 and that's a sign, well, I wouldn't say it's the sign that's an issue, I'd say it's the whole door. Looks to be very, very, very poorly modelled, that. I mean, even looking at it from here, I can see the pixels. So stuff like that really does stand out, and I'm very sorry to say that doesn't look very good at all. So that's a little bit of a downfall there. The brick textures aren't amazing, they're very blurry, but from far, nah, you wouldn't be able to tell that from afar at all. The door from afar doesn't look too bad, but when you get up close, as I said, it does have a bit of an issue. These roll up and down these doors here, so you can get in and out. I can't show you the inside of the depot just like this because there is an inside of the depot, but I believe you've got to have the doors open to be able to explore that, or maybe not. Or is it this is the depot that's got the interior? I was about to say I was a bit surprised. This is your train wash here that works. It's got a physical train wash spray and facility like that. There's that horrible door again. So yeah, looking very nice. I love the the sort of weathering texture on the train wash. It's a very nice effect indeed. But yeah, here we go. This depot does have an interior. Now it looks fantastic. If anything, it's a little bit too bright. I'd turn down the lighting a little bit. That's a criticism. A very minor criticism at that. Everything else looks fantastic. Even that bin has good textures, so we'll stand by that definitely. The textures of the rail, very nice indeed. Not amazing, not perfect, but very, very nice indeed. I have seen better from third parties, which technically this is a third party because it is Thomson Interactive, but it is very nice. I wouldn't say I would have no quarrels with driving on that at all. So there we go. That is the depot, and that is what we've come to experience. You've got a hell of a lot of depot land. So if I just stop and show you, they've worked very nicely within the constraints of the game. Instead of piling scenery for miles around and wasting frames, they've limited the scenery to just this area here. You see, so it's a very economic way to build routes, and I think it's the best way because you're never going to go up here, really, to be honest. And if you are, then you're just wasting time. Here you've got the routes that go into the main Glasgow Subway there. If I press the number 9, you can see that we're currently here at the depot line, and you've got the entrance here to the depot area. You've got Partick Station there, and this is Govan. You've also got the last station here, Cessnock, which is the last station. Oh no, sorry, Ibrox, which is the last station before the depot here. So the depot goes in and out. You can go either direction, left or right, and to the inner circle or the outer circle, whichever one you want to do. Yeah, so that pretty much sums up Glasgow Subway from an outside point of view. Now it's time to explore the trains themselves. So let's quit from this scenario. Let's go back to Train Sim as a whole. Now quitting takes a bit longer because my Train Sim install is very big. It's about 800 gig now. Everything's under your career section here. So you've got Glasgow Subway and the 1980 subway trains here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a very basic scenario, hopefully not too long, to be honest, and we're going to be doing, let's have a look here, depart from Bromley Depot and start an inner circle service from Govan. That sounds to be about right for me. That's exactly what we want. 25 minutes, nice quick scenario to get ourselves going. Now there you go. That is literally the loading time on my SSD. I think I counted maybe 2 seconds on that, so extremely well done. In terms of route building, well, fantastic. A sort of route that loads in 2 seconds on an SSD is superb. On a main hard drive, this will probably take a maximum of 10 seconds to load, and that's on a main hard drive. So, congratulations to the guys over at Thomson Interactive. Very, very nice work on that, definitely. Anyway, so we're here this evening. Your train will form service 1 on the inner circle. As another inner circle is experiencing tech issues at Ibrox, we'll be starting our passenger service at Govan. Prepare your train and drive in manual mode to Depot Line 2, where you will change cabins and reverse to your first station stop at Govan. Be careful to slow on down on the approach and ensure the whole train is in the platform at Govan before opening passenger doors. Right, see ho. So the first thing we're going to do here while we're at the Bromley Depot is we're going to make sure that we've got everything set. So we're going to put our headlights onto dim. We're going to put our instrument lights on, make sure they're on. Cabin lights, don't really need them because we're going outside in a sec. We've got the parking brake on, so we can turn that off. And we are going into service, so I'll turn our saloon lights on as well. Right, so when you're departing from the depot, very, very simple. You just need to put it into F down here, which turns you into what's known as manual mode, because you're driving in the depot. It will tell you the speed limit is 18 kilometers per hour because everything's done in kilometers an hour on this one. Then you'll just need to put it forward into shunt mode, and the train will literally drive itself up to 18 kilometers an hour. It won't go any faster. It's a very much automated route. You can open this front door, which is awesome. I think that's really cool. And look, the door opens. That is awesome. Look at that. I must admit, wow. I love the sky and everything. All the textures are really nice. And this lovely, is it, yeah, time of night. Purple sky. A bit weird. I wouldn't say realistic, but at the same time, if it works, it works. Why question it? You have got a window, which you can wind down and wind up, which is very, very cool indeed. I'm going to try and see if I can get this PA system to work. I've never managed to get it to work before because I've never tried it, but I really want to see what it's like. Let's have a look in the passenger view. Oh, well, there isn't one actually. Sorry about that. There is no passenger view. I'm pressing the 5 button, but nothing's happening. Or yes, there is actually. Sorry, my mistake. I haven't played this in a while. You have to press the left and right arrow keys to get the passenger view. But yeah, you've got a full passenger view there and different camera angles as well. Very nice indeed. I love some of these advertisements. Hillhead Holidays, Highlander Brew. It's fizzy, man. The Partick Pie Pub. Oh, I love it. And there's a route map there as well, obviously, with a timetable. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The attention to detail, as always, second to none. Can't question it at all. So we're going to just pull up here. I'm going to press the brake button just to make sure that we don't stop a little bit too early. And there we go. Just pull to a halt. Super. Righty ho. So now what we've got to do is close this front door. I'm going to put this into full service. We're going to put this up to scratch. Now we can start to turn these off because we're not going to be using these. Tail lights can go on, headlights off, but tail lights are on. Well done. Now move to the rear cabin. Yeah, that's fine. Tail lights are coming on though because we need to use them. And the parking brake goes on. Always goes on when you change ends. Parking brake. So now we'll press Control minus. Here we are. Brilliant. We're in the control. So we'll just do exactly what we just did before, basically get the train ready. We'll turn on the instrument lights, we'll turn on the headlights to bright, actually, because it's are they on bright? Dim, on. So they're on dim, and now they're on bright. Okay, lovely stuff. This is the cabin light. They say you should put that onto dim when you get into the tunnels, and we will do in a moment. We want to turn that parking brake off, because we did turn it on at the other end. And we'll take our window down just a little bit, but we won't have the door open because we're going into the tunnels now. So back into F for forward, manual mode, and back into shunt. And there we go, we're back up and running again. Lovely stuff. Right, I will just save it there. I have a habit of saving scenarios wherever I go. Always just something I end up doing. But lovely sort of night time as the sun goes down there. Beautiful evening. So I'll put our window up a little bit because it's going to get a bit clammy in here as we go into the tunnels. Don't worry about the speed. This train is pretty much an automated train drive, even if you're in manual mode. If you put it into shunt mode, it will retain the speed limit no matter what. It will brake itself and do its own thing. Very, very easy train to drive indeed, and I love that. I really do. If you want to drive in the tunnels, not using the automatic train operation, which is what I'm going to show you in a minute, you are more than welcome to. Just turn it off and drive yourself. It is a bit of a risk and it is a little bit hard because the train can go very fast and then stop in an instant, but it can go very fast and overshoot very easily as well. So, because of the failed train at Ibrox, which is the station over there, we're having to cross over wrong line now. We're going to be running on the inner line, heading clockwise on the inner line, which is a rare movement. So we've got Govan station up here. We've just got to stop by the signal, and then we're going to have to change ends again, actually. So I might as well turn the things on. It's going to go up to 54 kilometers an hour. Just bear in mind that we're going to have to stop. So I'm going to take control here and just say no. I don't want you to do that. I'm going to drive the train here. So here we go. Let's start braking. And there we go. That is us at Govan. Perfect. Lovely. So now we're going to have to change ends and get everything up and running on the other side again. So we'll put this down into full. We'll turn our headlights to off and turn the tail lights to on. Everything else should be off. We have got to put the park and brake on. Put this back, and now we will change ends. Lovely, we've got the signal. That's brilliant. So we'll now turn the tail lights to off. And we'll put our headlights to on. Turn the instrument lights on, put them on as bright. And we'll turn the cab light on as well. We'll turn the park and brake off. Saloon lights are on. Brilliant, lovely, super. So we've got the auto permit now. So as long as this is illuminated, it means you can go into automated mode, which means the train will drive itself. So in order to do that, very, very simple, what you've got to do, well, it will tell you here exactly what you've got to do. As we now have an auto drive permit, as I just showed you, we can now drive in ATO. After you close this window, move to the rear cabin, and move the reverser. Oh, sorry, because it presumes we haven't changed ends. Right, okay. So move the reverser to A, and then push the throttle brake controller fully forward to the P, and then you've got to press auto start. You'll then be able to use the auto start button to proceed around the route at all stations. Remember to stop at every station and allow passengers to board. And you can also continue to drive in manual mode if you want to. So what we'll do is we will put ourselves into A. Hopefully that's done it. Auto drive is illuminated, that's good. And we'll put ourselves into all the way into parallel. Nothing is going to happen now until I confirm the doors are shut and we're happy to go. And then I press the auto start, which is this one here, and the train will continue to drive itself. Bye bye, train. There you go, it's well on the way. So now I can just sit back here and have a cup of tea with this very, 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 very pixelated man. Did I say very enough there? God in heck, that is bad. Oh, sorry, I'm losing my voice. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh, what's happening? Okay, I'm letting the train drive itself, do what you want. I love this though, really, really cool. Apart from the really, really poor textures of the people on board the train, yeah, no, it looks the business, it looks the bee's knees. Right, we're getting up to Ibrox now, which is our first station calling point. I'm then going to see if we can get the PA system to work. That's a good question. Now, hopefully the train will stop itself. It will, yeah. I always get a bit scared because it feels to me that we're entering these stations way too fast. But nope, it knows exactly what to do. Right, let's have a look at the manual again, and to see if it will... Oh, I don't know what the manual is there. Right, let's have a look and say, what does it say when it says public address system? The PA system can be pressed at any time to make a next station announcement, however it will not function if no announcement is required. Service termination announcements will play automatically during scenarios and can be replayed by pressing the PA button again. Right, okay, lovely. So I'm going to try that. That sounds quite cool. So I've never used that before, so...
Next stop, Cessna.
Haha! That is awesome! Kudos to that. Now, station announcements. That's something I've got to talk to you about because that has also taken a big leap forward in the recent months for Train Simulator. I won't mention anything more. If you know your Train Simulator stuff, you'll know what I'm on about. You'll know that there's been a massive release from Just Trains in regards to station announcements and train announcements, particularly. So watch this space for that. That will have to be a long-term thing. Now, I haven't been at work for a couple of months, so I have got absolutely no money. I've got no money to spend on add-ons, but stuff will come in the future. Don't worry about that. We're all good. We're all good at all. So, now we've got to work out how to get moving again. I think the doors will shut, and then I press auto drive again. Is that right? Is that right? Is it right? Yes, that's right, yeah. Thought so. Okay, no worries. It didn't do anything for a moment. I was a bit like, what the heck? We'll play that announcement again. That very brief, but very nice little quirky announcement there.
Next stop, Cessna.
There you go. Next stop, Cessna. What's the radio? Does that... Oh, that doesn't work. No, that's fine. I was about to say, could you talk to the guys back at base? That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? That's a nice little treat, that. Very nice indeed. So not only can you have ATO, but you can have announcements. This route is the whole package. It really is, and I absolutely encourage you to get it. In terms of reviewing this, I'm more than happy. I could play this all day. You know, I could do services in and out of this all day. Will it wear off? Will the novelty wear off? Maybe. But at the end of the day, I enjoy it. I think it's a good route. Can't argue with that, can you? And I think it looks fantastic. I mean, let's take a nice little screenshot here at Cessna on the inner circle line. Very dark tunnels indeed. I think that's very realistic as well. And look, you've even got people here. Now, in terms of the passengers, you may have noticed that these are not the ordinary train simulator passengers. They're not moving, they're not walking, they're not doing anything. And I don't really know the precise reason for that. I'm going to guess it's something to do with maybe the poor animation, or the fact that you have no control whatsoever over the train simulator passengers, so they've just been removed. Very interesting indeed. Let me just have a look. I can't see anything about it in the manual. There's a lot of detailing in here, definitely, but there isn't anything about that in the manual. That's no issue. I have no issue with that whatsoever. I think, particularly on this route, you'd end up having passengers walking down the tunnels and stuff like that, and it just would be very unrealistic. I think there's a definite reason why, why they've decided not to do it. And it totally makes sense. Anyway, so we're going to get to Kinning Park Inner, which is the next station calling point, and I'm going to terminate this video here and the live stream. So I do hope everyone has enjoyed it. It's been roughly half an hour. I don't think this really warrants anything much more than that. I really hope people have enjoyed it.
Next stop, Kinning Park.
Kinning Park, there you go, that's the next stop. Yes, if you want to get this, just have a look in the description below. If you are on YouTube, I will have all the links in the description, but I will say this right now, you'd be mad not to buy this because it is worth every penny, all the details that are in it, the fact that it's been lovingly made by people who actually know a lot about these routes. Can't say anything more than that. Absolutely sterling work from them, definitely. Anyway, that's it from me. There you go. You've had my full route review. If you want to buy it, it is there in the description below. And if not, if you're on Twitch, thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone has thoroughly enjoyed this video. But that is the fantastic Glasgow Subway from the guys at Thomson Interactive. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you next time here on LN Simulation for more fun. Wherever we are in the world, whatever we're doing, we'll be back. All the best. Do take care, and ta-ra.